Let's touch base with Himanshu Kapania, who's the Managing Director, Idea Cellular, to talk about the growth prospects. Thank you so much for joining in, Mr. Kapania. To start off with, congratulations on a stellar quarter. There's been strong voice volume growth as well as data growth, but the voice RPMs are lower by 5%. Is there something that you're worried about?
Thank you so much for inviting me on your show. It's always a pleasure to be back. You're absolutely right. We've had a robust growth both on a sequential basis in Q4 as well as overall growth of 19.1% in FY15 over FY14. While there have been strong volume growth in subscribers, minutes and mobile data, there continues to be challenges in the telecom industry as competition remains intense. And that is the reason why on a sequential quarter basis, mobile data rate has fallen, and for the last 3 quarters, mobile voice rate has fallen. The reasons for mobile voice rate fall into our understanding are 3. Number 1 is obviously hyper competition, but number 2 is the change of mix of volume of our minutes. Earlier, most of our growth used to come from our leadership circles, but now there is a significant contribution from our new and emerging circles where the realized rate is lower. The third factor, which is be the cause of fall of voice rate this quarter, is the change in interconnect settlement charges between operators from 20 paisa to 14 paisa. On a full quarter basis, the impact would be about 1.4 paisa or about 4%, and we expect that in a single month the impact is at least 25 to 30% of the total fall is on account of IOC change. But going forward, do we expect the trends of FY15 where the fall of voice rate will that continue in FY16? I'll repeat that the dynamics of the industry has undergone a change post the March 2015 auction. There has been a very large commitment of 1,10,000 crore by the industry, and it is going to hit us below EBITDA level, both in terms of increased interest as well as amortization. And we have to make effort to be able to reverse the current trend of falling voice rates as well mobile data rates.
Mr. Kapania, good morning. What about the overall revenues per minute? Can you give us some color on this, and how do you see that playing out?
So if you have to study our results on a sequential quarter basis, you're right, there has been a fall of overall average revenue per minute, which includes contribution both from voice as well as from mobile data and other VAS services. And this is for the first time over the last so many quarters that this decline has taken place, as both voice and mobile data rate has fallen. We going forward do not expect this trend, and we are extremely hopeful that ARPM will be back on its growth trajectory, and at least 7 to 8% improvement will take place in ARPM on a year-to-year basis.
Now, data is about 25% of your total revenues, pure data 17%. Is there any medium-term target that you're striving towards for data contribution?
You're absolutely right. If you look at Q4 results, 24.5% of our revenue contribution has come from non-voice business, and the strongest component of that remains mobile data at 16.9%. There has been an improvement on an year-on-year basis by almost by 7 to 8%. There is no doubt that there is a large opportunity that exists on a mobile data business. To be able to understand this opportunity, one needs to look at out of the total 161 million Idea subscriber base, only 33.5 million Idea subscriber base currently access the internet from their mobile, which is about a penetration of 21%, far lower than world average. And we expect going forward this to change, and almost 50 to 60% of our existing users in the next 2 to 3 years should start adapting internet and join the exciting world of digital. And with this larger subscriber coming in and significant improvement in KPI, our mobile data usage per subscriber as a blended between 2G and 3G has moved up to nearly 600 MB per user. Our ARPU for data has moved up to 150 rupees. As more and more customers join the space of using internet from their mobile, obviously the contribution of non-voice, especially data, should continue to grow. That does not mean that the voice business will decline. These are that data will remain as a important business segment for growth of mobile operators.
On IUC, do you see any impact in the fiscal year 16 from that?
You're absolutely right. This change has affected last financial year only for 1 month, but we will have a full year impact, and it is our assessment that impact on the industry will be between 4.2 to 4.5% on voice revenue. So the ratio of voice to data will further change because of one stream of revenue will significantly decline next year. It will mean that the double-digit growth that came back for the industry last year will be back to a mid-single-digit levels in FY16.
Now, Mr. Kapania, your margin performance for Q4 and FY15 as well was fairly impressive. Will FY16 also see a similar trend of improving market share and therefore enabling an improvement in your margins as well?
Thank you so much for your compliments. We actually do not give guidance of revenue, market share and revenue for FY16. All we have to do is projections of past trends, and the investors have to make their own analysis. What we remain focused on to be a company with high growth, and it is for this reason that our capital outlay continues to be strong. Last year we've incrementally added 16,500 sites on a combination of on 2G and 3G platform, and as we expand our services both in voice in newer circles and emerging circles, expanding our coverage, we added about 30,000 villages last year, and we intend to do a similar number this year, as well as expanding our coverage and getting larger population to use 3G services. There is no reason why the current trends of growth will reverse.
Right, and Mr. Kapania, before we let you go, a quick word on the future guidance as well. Do you think that you will be able to clock in 20% revenue growth as well as a 30% EBITDA growth number in fiscal year 16?
I think we don't give any guidance of what we will achieve. We are happy the fact that in against FY14 growth of 17.5%, we have managed a growth of nearly 20% or 19.5% in FY15, and we will make every attempt to be able to repeat this performance going forward.
Okay, we'll leave it at that. Thank you so much, Mr. Kapania, for joining in and running us through what it's going to be for Idea Cellular in terms of growth as well as performance going forward.
Find us on Facebook at facebook.com/ETNow, and don't forget to click the like button. You can also follow us on Twitter at ETNowLive. To stay updated with all our programming, hit the subscribe button on our YouTube channel by logging on to youtube.com/user/ETNow.